Hello everyone. Excelsior is always on the lookout for innovative ideas. This is one such initiative. Excelsior Educators Speak is a series that will have our educators voice out their thoughts on various topics. The first one is out, freedom. Let's hear what our educators have to share about what they want to free their children from.
Like every year, we celebrated Independence Day on August 15th. This year, 2020, because of the pandemic, even the celebrations had to be virtual. We do not know when the students will be able to come back to school or the teachers will be able to have direct classes with them. During this pandemic, we have changed to the online school system, which is working well. When we look at this year, this academic year, students have adapted extremely well to this new style of online learning. Of course, it has its drawbacks, but it has advantages too. As of now, it looks as if the academic year might continue till 21 March in this mode. So, what can we do as educators for the students during this pandemic year? I must say, our efforts have paid well, rich dividends, and the students have made themselves good learners of this new system. Let us hope that in some way or the other, it will contribute to their learning abilities, and it has definitely made all the teachers tech savvy and extremely eager to explore the possibilities of online learning. The students should understand the time spent by the teachers on preparing their classes and also make an effort to see that it has paid rich dividends. As we approach the 75th year of Indian independence, it will be a good thought to consider how lucky our children are, and they should also make sure that they are aware of the lesser fortunate among them, students and children who have no access to schools or midday meals or technology. The government has made a lot of efforts to make sure that learning reaches the poorest of the poor, and let this be a guiding light to the authorities to make sure that children are not deprived of learning, and also their midday meals and other facilities which should be extended to the rich and the poor alike. Thank you.
A very pertinent question was raised and put forward to the educators of Excelsior today. The question goes like this: what do you pledge to make schools and students free from this Independence Day? As an educator, I feel in the present scenario, mental well-being is an essential factor. For this, the students should be molded to free them from basically 4 main issues, according to me. They are freedom from fear of failure, freedom from destructive peer pressure, freedom from loneliness and non-acceptance, and freedom from gender inequality. Hope I can do justice to work my way into building their self-confidence and self-dignity as an individual and as a part of the youth force of India. Thank you.
The people should realize they are born free. They should understand that the local costumes are absolutely not important. Individuals should not give others the power over them. It is as humanly essential as oxygen to life. Without it, we humans suffocate and die under the weight of tyranny.
Hello, my dears. Last day, that is August 15, we celebrated our 74th Independence Day. As we approach our Independence Day, ask yourself, why do we need independence? We know that animals never celebrate Independence Day because they are never dependent. But actually, there is no day in the entire human life where we can say, I am living an independent life. Apart from these, we have always superficially stated that we are all same. But this will only be a saying until we realize what real independence is. In my personal opinion, independence is understanding one can live a life of his own choice only when he is economically and emotionally independent. Thank you.
Freedom means free from dominance. Dominance of religion. Yes, dominance of political parties. Dominance of business establishments. Dominance of money. Dominance of particular gender. Freedom means free from dominance. For true freedom, we have to ensure equal opportunities to all children to learn and grow and to realize one's potential.
Freedom is a powerful word. Freedom is letting you and others live in the way they are. That is the original you and the original them. Nothing is forced upon. Freedom means the ability to take decisions which you are intended to take. It can mean democracy in government, personal independence, and a right to speak, the power to act individually. A person has the freedom to do things that will not, in theory or in practice, be prevented by other forces.
Independence. The concept of independence is political. As a nation, we can be independent, and it should be. On the other hand, a human being is an individual, not independent. He depends on other human beings as well as the planet, or rather, the cosmos itself, to survive. If we consider a political scenario, as often we say, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of belief, or other freedoms are relevant. But essentially, freedom is making the individual space available to everyone. That's my concept of freedom or independence. Thank you.
As our nation celebrates the Independence Day, I would like the schools to involve more in social activities and adopt strategies to provide free education to the less privileged. The students should be given the liberty to choose the assessment methods for their academic upgradation rather than all the students facing a uniform method. Jai Hind.
Hello everyone. This Independence Day, I would like to free my students from the typical conservative teaching techniques. I would help them to dream, to discover, to build a character, to uphold values, and let them fly high over the rainbow. I now realize that a true teacher can give them sunshine to lead a fruitful life. Thank you.
I dream of creating a joyful learning space where children are not anxious about how they are going to perform in their exams, but they learn for the joy of learning. They learn not just concepts, but acquire skills to effectively apply these concepts. Skills that make them succeed in their life, make their lives better and that of others too. To encourage them to think freely. And as a computer science teacher, I want to give them whatever I teach as an open source code. The source code is available to them to modify and to make it better.
As India celebrates its 74th year of independence, I, as an educator, would like to free all my students from any kind of set boundaries or barriers that restrict their power of imagination, creativity, and their uniqueness. As an educator, I want to facilitate students to learn their passion to the best. I would like to free them from all kinds of pressure that lowers their self-esteem and confidence. I would like to have a school system that believes in the uniqueness and individuality of each child, and there are no set benchmark of achievement. Schools which will teach them to accept success and failure in the same stride. Thank you.
സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യം തന്നെ അമൃതം, പാരതന്ത്ര്യം മൃതിയേക്കാൾ ഭയാനകം. എ കോട്ട് ബൈ ദ ഫേമസ് poet Kumaranashan. My freedom should not be a captivity to others. That means your freedom should not be a trouble to your well-beings. Freedom of life should be considered of all moral values, respectness and helpfulness. More knowledge will accumulate good thoughts for a better living.
Hello, my name is Amita Joxi. Being a physics teacher, I don't want my students to by heart theories, formulas, equations, diagrams, etc. Instead, I give them clues and they could relate and equate it by themselves. Let them experience and learn it so that they could enjoy the vibrant colors of science. Thank you.
Freedom. Freedom is identifying ourselves, our purpose of life, without any fear, overcoming obstacles with sense, clarity and courage. We as educators must inspire them and make our children ever ready to fight these hurdles and take and face life as it comes.
Hello, I am Nijo, teacher at Excelsior. I would and I am trying to make my students explore a whole lot of new learning atmosphere wherein they are adapting to a different atmosphere instead of being anxious and tensed.
നമസ്കാരം. സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യം. പാരതന്ത്ര്യം മാനികൾക്ക് മൃതിയേക്കാൾ ഭയാനകം. അഭിമാനമുള്ളവർക്ക് അസ്വാതന്ത്ര്യം മരണത്തേക്കാൾ ഭയാനകമാണ്. എല്ലാവരും സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യമാണ് ഇഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്നത്. സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യം അമൃതം പോലെ ആസ്വാദ്യകരമാണ്. സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യമില്ലെങ്കിൽ ജീവിതമില്ല. മനുഷ്യരുടെയും മറ്റ് ജീവികളുടെയും മനോഭാവമാണിത്. സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യത്തിനു വേണ്ടി വ്യക്തികളും സമൂഹവും രാഷ്ട്രങ്ങളും നിരവധി സമരങ്ങൾ നടത്തുന്നു. സ്വതന്ത്രമായി പ്രവർത്തിക്കുവാൻ കഴിയാത്തവരുടെ ജീവിതം നരകതുല്യമായിരിക്കും. അവർക്ക് ഒരിക്കലും ആത്മസംതൃപ്തി ലഭിക്കുകയില്ല. സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യം യഥേഷ്ടം വ്യക്തിവികാസത്തെ ലക്ഷ്യമാക്കി ഉപയോഗിക്കുവാനുള്ള ആയുധമല്ല. അന്യൻ്റെ ശ്രേയസ്സിനുതകും വണ്ണം വ്യക്തിയുടെ വികാസം ഉളവാക്കുക എന്നതാണ് നാം അനുഭവിക്കേണ്ട സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യത്തിൻ്റെ പ്രധാന വഴി. നന്ദി.
I want to free my students from low self-esteem. I want them to be free and bubbly. I want them to know that sky is the limit if they try. I want them to free themselves of living a life they don't want and start creating the one they want. I want them to take freedom as a responsibility and be a responsible and sensible human. Thank you. Are there any topics that you want to know from us? Please do let us know. That's all from us this time. See you next time with another topic. Thank you.